lush green lands to the cascading waterfalls, wonders of the world, the oldest habitat of territories on Earth, rich cultural heritage, a continent of 1.1 billion people, second largest and most populous, a continent pregnant with possibilities, home to 30% of Earth's mineral resources, 50% of its people under 25 years. Africa, the land of the great. Our spirit resilient. Our enterprise profitable. Our future inspiring. Africa is inspiring. Be inspired.
Stella Williams talking to you on attitude and how our attitude can affect development in Africa. I am a Nigerian, and I can only tell you what I think as a Nigerian, looking at myself as an African. Attitude comes from home training. If we come from a home where there is love, laughter, opportunities for us to listen and to do things in the right way, then I am sure our attitude would be one that is emulative. It would be one that would attract other people to us. It would be one that would make positive contribution to the world we live in, whether in Nigeria or in Africa as a whole. My profession is that of a teacher. And this is why I can share with you some of the lows and highs of attitude, which has actually resulted in us being castigated as Nigerians in a lot of things that are not so good, especially those of us who are in the leadership position, either owning a business or giving out information. And it's because as a child, we learn from our parents, and we've grown up with the attitude that we have inherited from our homes. Let me give you an example. A loving child that comes to school is always listening and learning and acquiring knowledge. A child that comes from a home that is unhappy is always grouchy, sleepy, not interested in what is happening around him or her. And if that child grows up into a man or a woman, just imagine the attitude of that kind of person. And that is why I am so grateful to have this opportunity to share with you about attitude. We need an attitude that is emulative, an attitude that is forbearing, an attitude that is not always criticizing, saying the wrong thing all the time, but an attitude that is encouraging, motivative, and expressive, wanting something remarkable to happen. As a child growing up, we were always talking about Nigeria being the giant of Africa. At over 70, I'm still looking for that giant to roll out. And that's why it is my pleasure to be able to say to you, please, let's develop an attitude that would make Nigeria shine as a world leader. We are blessed with everything. We have brain, brawn, beauty, and whatever you want to call it. It's all here. But then we are known for a lot of other things that are embarrassing. And we ask ourselves, why are we not law-abiding citizens? Take, for example, our new leader. He and Idiagbon started what we called war against indiscipline, in which, for the first time, instead of pushing and shoving, we were able to line up to get on the bus or line up to get anything done. First come, first serve. But you would always find some of us who feel too good, too important, too significant to line up. They will want to shunt. Or you will find some of us who would take it upon themselves to want to break the law. That's a bad attitude, especially as Africans. Because once you begin to behave badly, either not paying your dues, like taxes, or not telling the truth, or wanting what does not actually belong to you, and they say, who is that person? And they say, oh, a Nigerian. Oh, what do you expect? He or she is a Nigerian. Whereas with other people, they say, oh, yes, that's a Ghanaian. Oh, yes, that's a Kenyan. Oh, yes, that's an Ethiopian. So today, I am hoping that my ideas for how we can change our attitude to effect development in Africa is like what a friend shared with us just a few days ago. The word lead, L-E-A-D. L for loving, listening, learning. E for eager, exceptional. A for affirmation, access. D for doing. If each of us put in a position of leadership can learn to laugh and listen and use that to lead, I'm sure the next few years, Africa, that is now an important continent, would gain from its citizenry. If each of us is eager to do something in a disciplined way, in a determined way, in an affirmative way, Africa is going to be better. And if we stop talking down about our country, if we stop seeing just the wrong things all the time, instead of using our ancestral power to lift us up and come out blooming, Africa is going to be really good. But a lot of us need to relearn who we are in order for us to do things the way it should be. For our nation, Nigeria, for our continent, Africa, we need that attitudinal change to make Africa a better place.